So let's look at question 8. Okay, so this one is our long question, but it incorporates everything that we've learned into one question. So, and I'll probably just have to, if you print this out, it'll be more helpful. So, actually, I need it zoomed in for me. So I'll scroll it down to make this little chart. Okay, so Foley Systems is considering a new investment whose data are shown below. The equipment would be depreciated on a straight line basis over the project's 3-year life. So we know n is equal to 3. It would have a 0 salvage value and would require additional net operating working capital that would be recovered at the end of the project's life. Revenues and other operating costs are expected to be constant over the project's life. So what is the project's NPV? And then they say a hint, cash flows from operations are constant in years 1 to 3. So that will make it this a little bit shorter for us. Okay, so we need to start out, and I'm just going to scroll down so I have more room. Maybe, oops, not that much. Okay, so we have time 0 and didn't leave myself enough room there. So originally you're going to have some type of investment in fixed assets. And that's like your machinery or your land or equipment. And then at time 0 you will also have an investment in net operating working capital. And then the rest of our lines after that, we have our sales minus operating costs like we usually have, minus depreciation. And then we get our EBIT. We take out taxes. Let me move down a little bit. And then we get, basically it's like an EBIT times 1 minus the tax rate. And then we add back depreciation. And then we have at the very end the recovery of net operating working capital. And we have any salvage value, but there's not going to be, like we just did that problem involving salvage value. I'll write it here, but it will be 0. And so then we'll have the total cash flows, which is what we need. So if you're looking at the problem, hopefully you can have it printed out, or maybe I'll just scroll up real quick. Well, this touch screen thing doesn't work that well. So the investment in fixed assets, that only occurs at time 0. And then we'll have cash flows 1, 2, and then 3. So we have numbers in these 4 columns. So the investment in fixed assets is, it costs $75,000 to acquire those. And then the investment in net operating working capital is a time 0 cash flow, which is negative $15,000. Then if we're looking at, maybe I should draw a line for each of these spots. So then at time 1 you'll have sales. Annual sales revenues are right here, 79 thousand, and that's going to be constant for every year. And that was my cat jumping up on top of something. And then we have operating costs, and it's 25,000. And that other noise was my cat. And then depreciation, let's see, straight line depreciation. So it's going to be an even amount. And so what we need to do is, for depreciation, if it's straight line, we should just take the amount of depreciation divided by the number of years. So it'll be $25,000 each year. And the cat's still jumping. So minus 25,000 for that too. So I'll put that in each column. And so next we need to find our earnings before interest and taxes. And if we subtract 25, or basically 50,000 from 79,000, we'll get 29,000 across the board here. And then we need to figure out our taxes. So if we have $29,000, so I'll put taxes, times the tax rate of 35%, then we'll get taxes of $10,150. So I'll take minus 10,150. And the next part, I'll subtract those two numbers, and I get 18,850. And then I'm going to add back depreciation. So plus the 25,000 that we figured out was depreciation. And that gives me, we'll have one more thing here. The recovery of net operating working capital I had written down next. At time 3, we get back the 15,000 that was up here. We get that back. And so I'm going to put plus 15,000 here. So I really didn't need this line there. Okay, and then let's go down. I'd written down the salvage value, and we said that was 0. And then we get to the final part where we need the cash flows. And so if I scoot up a little bit, at time 0 we had negative 75,000 and negative 15,000. So if we add those two, that's negative 90,000. So our startup costs, time 0 costs us 90,000. If we add up the 18,850 and the 25,000 for year 1, we get 43,850. And we'll get that the same thing for year 2. But then for year 3, we have this extra $15,000 that we got back for the recovery of net operating working capital. So we'll have 58,850. And so the next step would be to go to your cash flow register. So in the calculator, you go to the cash flow button and you put cash flow 0 is negative 90,000. Cash flow 1, 43,850. Put in cash flow 2 and cash flow 3, just taken from what we got here, 58,850 for that one. And for your interest rate, it looks like they said that the interest rate up here was, for the weighted average cost of capital, well, I scrolled really far, but it says 10%. So I would put in 10%, or really it's just the number 10, and hit compute NPV, and we'll get an NPV of 30,318. And so we would accept this project because it has a positive NPV, so we should add value to the shareholders. And if you go up here, we got, okay, 30,318, so that was answer A. So it was a lot of work for this problem. That's why I only put one here in the set. But that's how we do it. That was kind of the whole point of the chapter, was to go through those pieces to be able to put this larger puzzle together and figure out the NPV. And then, before, you were just given those cash flows at the very end that were already done. All the hard work was done, and you just entered them into your calculator and calculated NPV or IRR. So this is the real way all that was done. So anyways, so that was the end of the chapter 12 practice problems.